Hey guys! Hey guys! Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to talk about getting ready to go to Japan. Oh my goodness, I am going to Japan really soon and I'm so excited. Let's go over things that we need to do before we go. If you plan to buy a lot in Japan, make sure to have a lot of space and try to limit as much luggage as you can. So for me, putting the small luggage inside the big luggage and like zipping it up and checking it in. So when we get there, I'll just have to carry one luggage instead of two separate ones, which is a lot more convenient, you know? Definitely do that if you can, fit everything into your one luggage instead of multiple. Okay, so the main important thing that you actually have to do before you go is like book every place or attraction you want to visit. Like Shibuya Sky, you need to book a time slot. I hear the sunset hour is really hard to book because it books out within seconds and people wait for the booking time to come out and book months before. So we only decided to go Japan really late, so we didn't get to do that. I don't think we're going to go Shibuya Sky this time, but we're going to go Team Planets, so you can book Team Planets. You should book Team Planets ahead of time because I don't think it'd be a good idea to go buy the tickets at the door. On Klook, there's like a bundle that you can buy the Team Planets and some other attractions as well, which I thought was really cool, but we're only doing one this time because we don't have much time. That is a good thing to get if you plan to do lots of activities. And of course, you have to make an itinerary. So I made mine on Wanderlog, my first time using it, and it's pretty good, I think. You can like see all the locations on a map and like see how close they are as well. It's really useful. I suggest using it if you want to plan a trip as well to Japan or wherever you're going. You just can put everything you want to do in a day and it shows on the map and it's just so convenient to look at. Make sure not to overplan or overpack each day in Japan. There's so many things to look at and walk around and you know, it can take hours. So if you overplan and have such a tight schedule, it's gonna be difficult to walk around. There's so many things that you can't find maybe online. When you're planning your itinerary, make sure to group places together so you're not going from one area to another trying to go to the next place. So like put Shinjuku, Shibuya, and Harajuku all together so that you don't have to keep training back and forth and it saves you a lot more time. We're going to Kyoto for a day trip from Osaka. So I booked a kimono rental place. This is the place that I booked. Includes like a lot of things actually. Also paid for the photography because I want crispy, nice photos. So for this one that I booked, it's on Klook as well. It gives you a kimono, they do basic hairstyling, they give you a bag, fox mask, a scarf, umbrella, fan, the shoes, clothing, storage, and also you should get an eSIM. I also got mine on Klook as well. Mine cost $40 NZD. So I think that's like 20 USD or something like that for unlimited for 10 days, which is really good. I think it's a lot cheaper than buying like an actual SIM card or roaming. I've also heard that the pocket Wi-Fi is not as good as the eSIM because it's kind of like a power bank, right? You have to charge it. Pocket Wi-Fi dies, then you're basically gone with Wi-Fi. So I think I would recommend the eSIM more than that. And the eSIM's pretty easy to install. I will give an update on that. I will update this video once I go to Japan and come back and see if these tips are actually useful or not. Definitely book a hotel that is near a train station or near the main shopping areas like Shibuya, Shinjuku, and or near the Tokyo train station if you're planning to go everywhere. If you plan to go to character cafes, you should also definitely reserve a spot for that. I am going to the Miffy Cafe! I am so excited. I reserved for the 4th. That is literally the day that I'm leaving, so I booked the earliest time possible because reservation starts on the 4th, which is the day I'm leaving, so I could not book any time earlier. I think they close for New Year's or something, which is so annoying, but it's okay. I'm going anyways. I have to go. That is like everything to me. Miffy is everything to me. If you plan to buy a lot of clothes and stuff, you could also buy a vacuum seal bag in your country, or you could get one in Japan. Apparently, the claw machine places have a vacuum seal machine. So if you get a really big prize, you can just vacuum seal it up and it'll fit in your luggage. That is so cool. I am so excited to see that. I used the Google Maps. I used the Google Maps like list thing, and then I put all the locations of places that I wanted to go. Like, this is my shopping list, so it has all the shopping locations with a little cherry blossom logo there. So those are all the shopping locations that I want to visit, and I think it's really great. You can just have this, and then if you're in the area, you can just go there, and it's just easy to look at as well. Oh, definitely have Google Translate downloaded on your phone so you can actually translate all the texts, because there's going to be a lot of Japanese everywhere, and it would be inconvenient if you did not know what any word was. So definitely have that or a translator app downloaded on your phone. Next, I would recommend a Suica or a IC card, because those are used everywhere, I think, for transport and for stores and buying stuff. So this is what the Suica card looks like. This only works for Apple phones or Apple Pay. So if you don't have a Apple phone and you're like on Android or something, you can buy the Welcome Suica, or I forgot the other. If you want to get this one, you just go to your wallet, and then you press the plus sign at the top right, and then you press transit card, and then you scroll down to Suica, and then you add your card, and then you put as much money as you want in there and use your Visa card to transfer the money to that account. If you plan to stay in an Airbnb in Japan, apparently they require you to check in beforehand, which means you have to fill in your name, your address, and your passport, which is interesting. Your Airbnb host will send you a link or something. You need to make sure that you check in, fill in the information of the people that are going, staying in the Airbnb. Talk or be loud on the train. I would also recommend like looking up some Japan etiquette. Maybe try follow them because you're in someone else's country and you want to respect their cultures, and also maybe learn a few phrases. Like, I took Japanese until 4 years ago maybe, and I can still read the alphabet, which is going to be useful. I would also recommend learning some basic phrases that could potentially help you, emergency ones or just greetings and stuff like that, to be nice. If you're going at like maybe a seasonal time, you should definitely look up seasonal events like the Christmas lights, Christmas markets, New Year's temple stuff, maybe sakura and all that jazz. A website that I would recommend for you to use if you're looking for places to eat is Tabelog. It's a Japanese food reviewing and booking restaurants website. It actually gives like good reviews. Like, apparently the Google ones aren't as trustworthy as these, and a lot of places say like 3-star. Those are really good reviews, because it's really difficult or impossible to get 5 stars, but this is what they actually use in Japan and gives you better reviews. If you are a foodie, definitely use this. It also allows you to make reservations on there as well. There are a lot of places and restaurants that need cash. The ATMs at 7-Eleven are the most convenient way to withdraw cash for tourists, because they accept the international cards as well. The rates are apparently better at the 7-Eleven ATMs compared to other foreign exchange places as well. So always have cash in hand, or you might miss out on some cool restaurants and stuff like that. If you didn't know already, there are 2 airports that you can go to. There's Haneda and Narita. Haneda is closer and cheaper to get into the city, whereas Narita, it's a bit further out. So if you have the option to, you should probably get to the Haneda airport instead of the Narita one. There is a service that you can book for taking your luggage from the airport to the hotel. It can take up to a day or maybe the next day before your luggage arrives, but it is something to look into if you're maybe getting there early and you want to explore but not have to take your luggage everywhere, because there are a lot of stairs and a lot of walking. So, or you could find a locker somewhere and put your stuff down. Check-in is usually like 12 or something, 12 to 4. It's usually a bit late. If you come early though, you could get the luggage transportation. I think it's more worth it to get that instead of having to lug around your luggage everywhere. I would also recommend completing your arrival card. You have to go to this website here and fill it in, and then you just get like, make sure to fill it in before you go, because you're going to have to fill it in when you get to the airport there anyways. So this just makes it faster and you leave the airport quicker, you know. Make sure to check if your country needs a visa to enter Japan. For me, I'm in New Zealand, so we don't need a visa, thankfully. But if you are in a country that needs a visa, make sure to get that, or you will be denied access to go to Japan. If you plan to do a lot of shopping, make sure to bring your passport every single place you go, because you claim your tax when you're at the place. So get the money back immediately there instead of having to do it at the airport. So make sure you have your passport everywhere you go. I would also recommend going onto TikTok or whatever and looking up some ideas for souvenirs you want to buy. Like, I just love scrolling through everyone's Japan hauls and then seeing so many different things that I've never thought of getting before. Just like made a list of things that I want to buy when I go there. Yeah, it's amazing. It's so crazy to see how many things that people get and everything. Over consumerism. But one thing that I definitely want to get is matcha and Miffy merch. Oh, those two things are coming home with me. I am not leaving Japan without those things. Another thing that I would recommend would be to keep a rubbish bag or like a little plastic bag in your bag, and doesn't have many rubbish bins around. They're not really out on the street. That's all. I hope you enjoyed and I hope you learned something and I hope it was useful. I will be testing these out soon, so I will give you an update on everything and hopefully find some other tips that I can give after coming back.